What's up, everybody? I'm Run7, and if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to skip ahead if you have already seen these intro clips. This is a little taste of what you may have previously missed. And if you want to catch me live, be sure to look in the links in the description below for my Twitch. You can catch me there streaming Sundays and Thursdays, and sometimes some other pop-up streams as well. Hope you enjoy. The game is about to start. Okay, let's inject something into our brain. That sounds fun. Let's do this. I'm just gonna go right to it. I just wanna know, can we write about our dick? Is it gonna give us that breadth? 50 subs to the community? These bombs are never gonna stop falling. Oh my God, there's just constant sound effects blowing up in my headset right now. How do you spell penises? Soma D's nuts, yeah. Penises? Is that how you spell penises? We're gonna hide in the corner and hopefully he won't come into this room. Oh, shit, Jesus. Fuck you guys. Penises, I-S or E-S? E-S? Penises. Can you move a little more to the right? A little more to the right.
He's moving you into a monster.
Yes, I know. We can't see. I'm gonna get his camera after he dies grievously. I don't see anything that looks like a power anything. Oh, shit. Well, there's some power.
Penis eye.
Penis eye?
Penis.
Penises.
Let me get that selfie shot.
Oh man, that was a great selfie trying to get. Way to go, Deadpool. Nice try.
If somebody wants to heal me with their penis, that would actually be pretty handy right now. I'm pretty badly hurt.
Sorry, I'll try and move it so you can see past all the meteors falling. Damn it! Oh!
Everyone's dead. Can somebody talk me through this?
My face.
Oh my God! What, we got blind people trying to?
You can hear me. Talk me through how to get to the helicopter.
The fuck is going on?
Anyone?
Dude, I'm a big cybernetic robot woman. Dan really wants somebody to touch the penis. I'm on to you, Dan. Romance, hopeless, philosophy, climax. Come on, they might as well just pick these themselves. Get over there, yeah!
So can I actually get myself off, Giggity, or can I?
Yeah.
Dan, I'm pretty sure you can get yourself off, buddy. Bubba Hotep's still in, Mongooli's still in, Boss is still in, and Dadpool is still in? How the fuck blind ass Dadpool still in? Oh my God!
Let me see.
Jesus. Oh, the Xenomorph? Are you freaking kidding me? Where's my wallet? I'm buying that. Shit. Jeez, guys.
What's up, Crow? How you doing, bud?
Oh my God. Super stripper poles.
Box is throwing.
You jerk-based weenie head. I can't hear myself because all these goddamn missiles dropping in. Oh my God! What? Gonna use the outhouse? All right, that makes sense. I like to poop after being stabbed too. Fuck! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? There we go. We're in. We're off.
Okay, cool.
Bird was knocking on my gate again. Holy.
So we got Robo Boobies. Boss is being chased by a monster. Come on, Mongoli, damn it. Damn it. I can't. I just can't do it. Can't win with you guys. Gonna need my microphone if I'm gonna talk to you guys. All right, so I'm gonna be warming up for the R rating of The Accountant today. And I figured I'd probably just play some Backpack Brawl or something while I sit here and chat and wait for Dan to go live, and then we'll do the usual and merge our streams together so you can watch us review the incredible movie featuring Ben Affleck called The Accountant 2. Yeah, I'll save it until we actually score this thing. But if you saw my review of The Accountant 1, you kind of know where I'm starting from. We could try this. Now, for some reason, my accounts aren't linking, and so I'm trying to play this on the Google Play Store. The new Google Play Store on your PC thing or whatever. Anyway, for whatever reason, it's not linking to my account, and it's kind of annoying because, like, Nymphadora, I have her at level 10. I've unlocked some stuff with her, and it's not showing, it's not updating my account. So it's a little out of whack, and this is basically just something for me to click on and do. What's this button? Ranked mode? Okay, that's fine. Anyway, I think we're gonna find 5 treasures, craft 2 iron swords, and obtain 3 lava rocks. We can literally do this with anyone. We're gonna go random for the extra XP bonus. Tink, all right, I like Tink. Tink's one of my favorite ones. Oh, whoops, I never linked into YouTube here. Hold on, I'm supposed to get my phone hooked up to YouTube so I can manage the YouTube account. Because some crazy viewers decided that they wanted to, the advertisement for super hot chicks right there. Some crazy people on YouTube said that they wanted me to post my stuff back to, like, anything and everything, post it all to the YouTube channel, so whatever. I'll do it. There you go. It's posted to the YouTube channel. So those of you on YouTube can watch. What are we doing? Let's go with, we'll get this. That's cool. I like that. We don't need sticks, but we will need brooms. So I'll grab a broom, spin the wheel. We need to create short swords, so we're gonna need that as well. What's our stamina drain? 0.93. We can put the short sword in there. That'll work. That'll work. For the first time in a long time, there's more people watching me on YouTube than there is on Twitch. Everybody's probably watching Cleaning Agent on Twitch right now. Clean's streaming. He's gonna switch over and do R rating with us too. I don't know if he's gonna stream it though. I don't know if he's gonna stream it or not. How come that's not working? Oh, I see. I see what I'm doing. Okay, that's the thing. Okay. A broom. We can fit the broom in there, but that's gonna make our stamina jump through the roof, man. That's gonna be no bueno on the staminino. That's not a word, I know. We can put a gear in there. That's not gonna help us. That's gonna make us go faster and use up stamina faster. There's a banana. I need all this. All this but that metal plate, and even the metal plate I'd like. I need all of it. And I have 5. You on the tubes and CA on the Twitches. That's absolutely right. What's up, Bubba Hotep? Thanks for stopping by. Did you watch The Accountant too? Are you ready for the viewing extravaganza that will be R rating? I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it at all. Let's see. That we'll have to do 1.48. Well, we got a banana, so it should be okay. We should be all right with this. Let's spin the wheel one more time and see what comes up. We're gonna need that next time, so there we go. All right. Hit go on that. I'm playing a new hero collector. And I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is. I've been playing it for about a week, and I don't know if I love it or hate it. I can't tell, but it's definitely one or the other. It's not mediocre, that's for sure. I have watched The Accountant 2, yes sir. All right, good. If I wanted to even stream this hero collector, I couldn't, because it would break terms of service. There is no way for me to even stream this game. So, yeah. Just so you know. And it's not Marvel Strike Force. Stop trying to connect to that, you jerk. There. Let's get that connected. There's Iron Sword, nice. Look at this, that'll go well there. And I still want that, but I can't afford it. We can put the bolts in here. What's my stamina at? 1.97. We're getting crushed. But we need this stuff to combine. Is it Worlds Collide? It's Worlds Collide, isn't it? No, it's not Worlds Collide. I can't stream it, Bubba Hotep. It would break terms of service. So that should kind of tell you it's not like a mainstream game. Does it have super duper cool characters? Almost every single character in the game is super duper. Super double D duper. If that doesn't give away too much. Anyway, I'm having fun playing it. Maybe at the end of the month, if I have to do a fundraiser stream, one of the fundraisers will be Perv Out, and I'll show you guys all about the game. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Echo Caliusa? No. Whatever that is, I don't know. It's not that. I'm gonna keep it all to myself. I'm gonna keep it all to myself until I'm ready for the big reveal. Let's see. This spring can go here, and I like this here. And I don't want the broom. I want this. I want that too, but I got no place to put it. I guess I could go here and here, and then I'll throw this in there. That'll make the Carnage Saw. I can move my bolts over here. I'll put these bolts in here too. That way we get superior bolts. That'll be nifty. Goddamn Tiggle Bitties. Yeah, some Tiggle Bitties. Yeah, it's a little pervy. It's a little bit pervy. But I'm really enjoying it. It's actually, it's got some good strategic value to it, but I'm so early in the game that I can just run it on auto. Like I let all the fights just go on auto because I don't have enough roster depth to really get strategic with my attacks. Yeah, jog the memory, exactly. Oh, let's see. What's the stamina at? 2.1, we're getting worse, and I don't even have the banana in here. What the heck? Let's see if we can get a backpack. I really need, there we go. That's what we needed, was a backpack. I can put the banana in there, that'll help. Let's fight. I'm still gonna run out of stamina. 2 on stamina is way too much, so we're gonna drop out there. Yeah, we're missing. That's okay though, I think we're gonna win. I have the house to myself for the next 3 days. Is something I would like to play while I have the house to myself for 3 whole days? Yes, it is, Bubba Hotep. Yes, it is. Just for you, buddy, since you have the house to yourself for 3 days, I'll message you the link. In fact, I'll message you the link for my game so that you can use that link, and if you get somewhere in the game, it'll give me stuff. What do they call that? They call that there's some kind of a code. I forget. I gotta be careful. I can't show you guys any of this. Like literally every single screen, like there's one loading scene that I think I could show you if I took a screenshot of it. But it's pretty filthy. It really is. I laugh at myself every time I play it. Let me see. I think there is referrals. That's it. Let's do that, and then hold on a second, and I'll send it to you through Discord on my phone, Bubba Hotep. What's up, Miss Hillary? Doing pretty good. We're waiting for Dan to get his act into gear so we can do a R rating of The Accountant 2. Here we go. Incoming, Bubba Hotep. There you go. Don't tell anybody. I'm gonna share that as that'll be a redemption or something. Not a redemption. That'll be a milestone in the next fundraiser. Is Laugh at Run 7's perverted addiction, and it'll be great. I'm kind of curious what you think of it. Actually, I'm actually kind of curious. yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, the name leaves nothing to the imagination. They didn't even try. They're like, we know what guys are coming here for. Strangely enough, it actually has some really good hero collector qualities. And no, you will not find it for sale in the Play Store. Let's swap this one over there and that one over there. Our stamina should be down to reasonable. 1.6 is reasonable. I still want to get that broom in there. I don't know how that's going to happen, though. Let's put our gears together and make that go faster. That's better. That's going to combine and make that. That'll be cool. We can go fish. We can go crit master. We can go fire damage. Or we can go healing off of food. I'm not going to use a lot of food. I think I'm going to go fire damage. I just like the way the stars are spread on this one. This one's cool too, but I'm not going to have that many weapons. Certainly not that many melee weapons. I'll be lucky if I get 4, let alone 5. So we're going to go with this one. And then I'm going to have to readjust everything to make it all fit in there the way we want it too. I promised Kiddo I'd watch an episode of Stranger Things tonight. Yeah, we're on season 4. And my son, we watched that first episode of season 4. And the cheerleader goes up in the air and then crumples up like a pretzel. And my son looks over at me and he goes, "And now we're gonna go to bed?" He was so freaked out by it. He was so mad I let him watch it because I'm usually like, "Hey, now this is a scary scene. Do you want me to turn down the volume or do you want to close your eyes?" I didn't give him any warning to this at all. I forgot it was coming, to tell you the truth. And he was like, yeah, I had to sit with him like half the night to get him to go to sleep. That was normally what we do, we'll watch an episode of Stranger Things, and then we'll watch like 2 episodes of Bluey as a palate cleanser, and I'll brush his hair out, because Carter's got that long hair, and I got to brush it out before bedtime every night. So that's normally our ritual, is that we'll watch something scary, and then the palate cleanser of Bluey while I brush his hair, and then it's off to bed. And I could have watched an entire season of Bluey. He still wouldn't have been able to go to sleep. He was freaked from that one. This is cool. I like those. Those are really cool. Dagger might be kind of fun. I still don't... I have room for the broom, but I don't have the stamina usage for it. As soon as I can start turning that banana into something useful, I will. Where's Dan? I want to review a movie. I don't have my laptop. I gave my laptop to my son. Not permanently, just like for a while to borrow it so he could play some games on it. And I hate not having my laptop here as a second screen to like, side search stuff. I like to have like an air-gapped computer from my stream so that I don't actually show like dick pics or something. And I can use that to, research what a blue waffle is before I bring it up on stream. Okay, let's put this over here. And then what if I turn this one here this way? I'm gonna put this here and this here, and then I can put this here and this here. Those will make a leather belt. That'll be nice. I just need a bottle of water. He'd already watched it twice with his dad, so thankfully he already knew it was coming. He was calming you down? Yeah. That first one, dude, the cheerleader getting crumpled. That first one's rough, and honestly, the second one isn't much easier. We saw the second one coming and knew what we were getting into. That's the only reason it was able to cope, but still, you feel, I don't want to give it away for anybody who hasn't watched Stranger Things. Like, if you haven't watched Stranger Things, then as soon as my stream is over, you should go watch it. Come on, you're here now, right? Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it because it's something that I think everybody should watch. I think it's one of the best shows, like, ever. Okay, this isn't what I want happening here. What if I went like this and reversed it? Ooh, that's close. And I could go up there. That would work. We're gonna have to move some things around here. Boop. There we go. There's 3 of 4. We're getting there. What if we move this over here? Boop, boop, like that. Boom, 4 out of 4. Is this a tool? It is a tool. It's a tool and a weapon. Mongoolie's live, Mongoolie's live. All right, let's ditch this. I think I go F11. There we go. We're going to turn that off. And we're going to go knock knock on Dan. Stream together. I'm just sending the invite over to Dan real fast. Start sharing chat. And I'm going to mute all this. And then let's go here. Dan can't hear me right now. He can't hear me right now. It's unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate, this whole thing was very unfortunate today, wasn't it? That's a sad state of affairs right there. Let's go bookmarks. Start the virtual camera. We're getting things going here. We're gonna go OBS virtual camera mic in. Join as a guest. Allow all that stuff. Hey, Dan.
Hello.
Sorry, I muted you on the shared stream thing.
Do that. Hello.
Hi.
Hey. Okay. So you can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I couldn't hear you through Twitch for some reason. I'll go.
Because I had everything muted, but I sent it to you and just muted everything because I knew it was coming right here.
Gotcha.
Let's do.
Happy birthday, Miss Hillary.
Whoops, that's the wrong one. Sorry. That's what I wanted to get rid of there. How come I'm like, that's a little better, but I'm still, oh, I know why. Hold on a second. Hold on, I gotta switch some things over. I got the wrong background on. Doop. There we go, that's better.
Puzzles and guns. Love to see it.
There's that, and then I wanted to see if I click this button and look at that! I don't have to change my screen size. I can just click a button. I'm super smart. SMRT, that's me.
How are you doing this week, sir?
Oh man, it's been a busy week, and it's only gonna get worse. I'm not doing anything this weekend but working, which is great. I need to be working, and I got my wish. I'm gonna be working Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right through the weekend.
Yay?
Yeah, it's yay for me. It's yay, because last month I was like twiddling my thumbs, streaming a bunch, broke as shit, and this month will be kind of the opposite.
Well, I am happy that you won't be broke.
What'd you do today? Anything fun?
No. Worked all day.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
switched my shifts because I'm on afternoons this week.
Yeah.
So I switched my shifts with another guy, thankfully, so that I was able to get here on time. So I'm 8 to 4, but then I'm noon till 8 tomorrow, so I don't have to go to bed right away, which is kind of nice.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I probably still will.
Yeah, I'm definitely hitting the sack fast. I'm bouncing out of here pretty quick after this one.
Dressed up like a raccoon for most of the night, live my best life. I saw you for a little bit on your stream, but then I went away for a minute and came back, and I was on somebody else's stream. I was like, oh, all right. Rubo Hotep's doing something fun, so we won't be able to hang out with us, unfortunately. Understandable, but you know, too bad. All right, before Will gets here, because I don't know what he's doing. He's live right now.
Yeah.
Can I use you as a guinea pig and try out a game?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's turn this music off because it's bothering me, if nothing else. I have no idea if this is going to work at all. But if it does, I'm going to try and use this as like a clip. So I'm going to throw this on like YouTube or Shorts or something.
Okay.
If it works, I don't know. This is let's take this as a guinea pig ride. My girlfriend dropped in, surprised me, so I had to go. Just get her on stream.
Yeah,
Which is anything. More women, the better.
I gave Bubba Hotep a referral code to a game that I can't share on Twitch.
Oh.
And so he's having fun, is what he's saying.
Okay. I will reach out on Discord later.
Yeah, I want the code.
I don't know what the code necessarily. All right. If I do, for somebody watching on your computer screen or your TV, what happens? I can't do it over live. I have to do it ahead of time. Shoot, that is gonna be an issue. Okay, well let's try it anyways.
Can you not do it because of Twitch or because of Restream?
Restream. So on Restream, in the bottom right corner on my screen, probably not on yours, is 2 different options for orientation. So I can have like the horizontal like we're seeing right now, or I can do vertical if you want to do
Okay.
like a Twitch stream,
Right.
like a TikTok. And I was hoping I could switch it, do that real quick, and then go back and just save myself editing later. But it doesn't look like that's gonna be an option. So let's see if this works, and maybe I can just like F around after the fact. All right. So this is the first time we've ever done something like this, Brian. I have no idea how this is going to work. We're going to try it out. What I'm going to do in honor of The Accountant 2 is give you 5 different movie 2s and see if you can guess the movie based off of the 2 from the poster.
Just the number 2, just a visual 2, and I've got to guess what the sequel is, what franchise the sequel is from?
That's correct.
Okay.
Now, this might be a little bit grainy. I apologize. It was kind of thrown together last time. We'll try and make this better. But for right now, Brian, we'll start off with a hopefully easy one. What movie is this based off of the 2?
Back to the Future.
That's correct. Started off very easy. And actually, you know what? Doesn't look that bad. A little grainy, but all things considered, not terrible. I did get rid of the arrow.
The part, yeah.
That's going to really give it away.
Wow, you put some effort into this.
It was easy enough as is. Didn't really need to give you the extras. All right, let's go for a tougher one. I think they all get a little tougher after this. Which movie is this based off of that 2?
That makes me think Too Fast, Too Furious.
Damn, he's on fire, everybody. That is 2 for 2.
There we go.
Or is that 3 for 2? I don't know. There's 2 2s there. Well played. Well played. All right, this is going to be a short game. Let's try out our third movie 2.
Oh, that's a Spider-Man 2 right there.
That is Spider-Man 2, giving us no time to think. He's on the ball on these ones.
Well, I do enjoy a good movie, Dan. I don't know if you realize that, but
I can't imagine why you would.
this is kind of my wheelhouse.
All right. I'll make it harder next week. Here we go. Our fourth movie 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a
Ooh.
little Brady, but you should know this. Based off what I know of you, you should know this.
I want to say Terminator 2?
Terminator 2 is correct.
Wow.
It's so
All right.
small, it's really
Yeah.
hard to grab without it being super grainy.
I'm trying to get to these before chat says them because I don't want anybody to think that I'm cheating here.
I appreciate that. My chat's closed because I can't have both open at the same time, so I can't see what they're saying. Hopefully they're enjoying this as much as you are. All right, last one for the week. Can you guess the movie based off this 2 alone?
Oh, I know this one. What is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, a bunch of different video games are popping into my head. I'm like, no, that's not it. I feel like it. I feel like it's a.
movies in this franchise, I think.
I feel like it's a military one, but that wouldn't be a 4-movie franchise.
Not quite military. Definitely action. You're in the right genre.
Yeah. Expendables?
It's not Expendables, no.
Oh, I got nothing then. I don't know this one.
We're looking for Bad Boys.
Oh, Bad Boys. Okay. Not a huge fan of Bad Boys. I haven't seen the newest one.
I haven't seen the newest one either. I think I liked 3 more than 2, but 1 is the only one that I probably will rewatch.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate. So I messed up on Bad Boys.
Short and sweet, but that's all I need. I'm just gonna edit that down, make a short out of it. I've been wanting to do that for a little minute, but I'll find a couple of more of those. Not necessarily numbers all the time, but like scenes from movies or something.
Yeah.
Some similarity to maybe what we're talking about that week. So, like next week we're doing Conjuring, right? So it's a horror movie. So maybe
Right.
Can you guess this horror movie based off of the ghost or something?
Yeah.
Or the scared kid. You love kid actors. We'll do the scared kid.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, kind of. You know what? And we've said this ever since we watched it, but City of God has kind of set such a high bar in so many different areas that. And I don't want to spoil it because this is content for what we're going to talk about later, but there was some scenes in The Accountant 2, and I was like, nope, City of God did that way better.
I think you're comparing apples and transport trucks.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. Are we doing The Conjuring next? Is that the next one we're coming up with?
Yeah, so this will be this week, derp. Hey, Cleaning Agent coming with a raid of 12 viewers. Thank you so much, Cleaning Agent. Get your butt in here. You just missed out on a pretty fun little game. Should we do the same with him? Just get rid of you and see if he can...
Yeah, dude, same ones, and then just tell chat not to ruin it.
Yet. Yeah, so we're gonna do the Accountant 2 tonight, Conjuring 1 next week, and as of right now, we still have a head writer, so we'll be doing whatever Patreon Thursday is, and the Patreon pick for the last Thursday of the month.
Okay.
And then going into more Conjuring, and I haven't got the 100% go ahead, but I'm pretty sure Amy's going to join us for Hocus Pocus 1, if not 2, at the end of the month for Halloween.
All right.
That's kind of the rough.
Who's our head writer? Elder still?
Elder is our head writer.
Okay.
There had been talk behind scenes, and we won't say their name for
some competition as the head writer there.
Well, I haven't heard anything official, so I don't know if that's going through, and I don't want to pressure. I just want to know what to say at the right time. But as of right now,
get out your wallet, you cheap bastard!
I didn't say it. Actually, I will say it. The Anniversary is coming up in a month, and I was going to have a poster prepared, but instead I played a game for runs. So at the beginning of next month, I'm going to be having a 24-hour charity stream, and I'm actually going to have the charity go a week before and a week after on Twitch, so you can donate to the Alzheimer's Society of Canada at any time that you want, but I'll do the rewards specifically during the 24-hour stream from 8 p.m. Friday, October 3rd to roughly 8 p.m. Saturday, October 4th, which is actually my birthday. Should be a really good time. Make sure you come out, support a good cause. It is not a subathon. It is a charity event. So all of the money, all the money's going to a good place. So you can feel good donating on that one.
What's your charity?
I will ask for money for because it's not for me.
What's your charity of choice this time around?
Still Alzheimer's. It's just Alzheimer's of Canada as opposed to the Alzheimer's Society or whatever.
Okay.
It's directly connected through Twitch. So I did it last year where it was like every cent I made goes to the charity, but then it got messy because people were giving bits and donations to the charity and subs, and it was just kind of a headache.
Yeah.
I was talking to Will, and when he did a charity event, he just did it through Twitch. I was like, no, there's the link, you do it. And I was like, that seems much cleaner.
Yeah.
So Alzheimer's Society of Canada is directly on Twitch, so it just removes a bit of the middleman for me. And then everybody has no qualms of like, well, I donated. Did it get where it's supposed to go? No, it absolutely did because you put it there.
No, Cleaning Agent, I didn't have camera issues. It just, everything loaded right up today. So I don't know what happened.
Nice. When you guys were playing Peak the other day, were you using crowd control or what were you using to have the audience interact?
So I may have loaded that in, but I wasn't trying to do anything. I do have... Oh, what do I got? Hold on a second here. I've got a bunch of stuff. I've got crowd control. I've got chaos tricks. There was something else.
When I was doing Redemptions 4, I was using chaos tricks.
Chaos tricks is the one you were doing? Okay.
That's the one that I got working, which took a couple minutes, but we figured it out eventually.
I just downloaded crowd control because it said it had Peak and Silksong and a couple other games. I was like, okay, the last time I looked at this, it was mostly like N64 games. I'm like, I don't know how that works, but it looks like it's getting better. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. It's integrated with Twitch directly, but haven't actually tried it.
I've heard good things, mixed things about both. So Chaos Tricks was just the one that I went for this time, and it worked out okay once I got it figured out. But
okay. Cleaning Agent, have you been around for the last 5 minutes? Have you been watching the stream?
No, not since I raided.
Okay, so I played a little game with Brian, and if you're cool, I'd love to play a little game with you, and then I'm hoping to make a TikTok out of it. I'm not gonna lie, that's the end goal.
That's the goal. Okay.
That's the goal. Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of Run. He already played.
I'm gonna let you know right now, Clean. None of them are Pee-wee's Playhouse. Just letting you know.
Oh, that's the only thing I know anything about.
Yeah, that's okay. Goodbye, Brian. Get rid of that guy.
All right. Yeah.
All right, because we're doing the Accountant 2 on our rating, I figured let's play a little game involving the number 2. So I'm going to show you 5 images of 2s from movie posters. You have to guess the movie based off of the number 2.
Okay.
All right. Now, they're a little bit grainy, and I do apologize for that, but hopefully you'll figure it out. We'll start off with a hopefully really easy one. What is the movie that this 2
Back
comes
to the
from?
Future.
That would be Back to the Future. Well done. Part 2. I did edit the part 2 out because I figured that'd be just a little too obvious. That one's already pretty easy.
You know what? If that's the only one I get, I'm okay with that.
There you go. I'm sure I have more confidence in you than that, but we'll see. All right, second movie, number 2. What do you think?
Oh no. I recognize it. I definitely recognize this. What is this?
That is the question.
Oh no, I'm gonna hate myself as soon as
No,
you
you
reveal
won't.
this.
You absolutely will not be mad at yourself for not knowing this one. I guarantee it.
Oh no, what is it? For some reason, it's just like sticking out to me. Maybe I'll be like completely off, but
I would bet you've seen the poster. I'm not confident you've seen the movie.
oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe
I
you
like
have.
that. I like that. So we haven't done it on our rating.
Not yet. Still have another 137 episodes to go.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was gonna say the second Fast and Furious, but wasn't that just called Too Fast, Too Furious?
It was called Too Fast,
Oh,
Too
it's with
Furious.
Ding, ding, ding,
I
ding.
didn't know it was with the number 2.
Oh yeah, no, they put those on Front Street. Fate of the Furious, Furious 5. They're going for broke.
That's so brutal.
All right, number 3. Let's see if you can get this one without any help. It's a little
Oh, come
grainy
on.
too, But
No, that's okay. Interesting color scheme. I don't know if I recognize this.
How do you not know this one?
I just
Dan's got me muted, so they can't hear me.
Terminator 2? I don't think it's right.
it is not Terminator 2. I'm looking for Spider-Man 2.
Okay, there it is. Yes. Okay.
All right,
Nice.
tied
There.
for
I
tied
thought,
for
like,
first right
like
now,
the
folks.
sunset, I thought like Terminator 2, you know, when it's like the bomb dropping. I thought for some
Okay.
reason that
Fair
kind
enough,
of
fair
what
enough.
it is. But
I will say we have not
Well
done
played.
any of these movies on our rating.
fair,
Yeah.
fair.
All right, number 4. There's 5 of these. Again, a little bit grainy. It's a small image, but
You know, I've seen TikToks of people doing things like this. Like
yeah, I just steal other
They're
people's
super-
ideas. I'm not gonna lie.
They're super fun though. They're super fun.
We need to figure out how to make them less grainy, and hopefully that'll look better. But again, who knows? Maybe when I put it on a cell phone, it won't look so bad.
He could just get the
Yeah,
font and rewrite it.
This one's not ringing any bells. There's a line under the 2.
The irony of that is killing me.
I know. He's this. Oh man.
I'm not sure what this could be.
RoboCop 2. That's not a terrible idea.
Try.
I'm
one
gonna
of your previous-
go Total Recall.
Oh come
That's like
on!
Total
You
Recall.
already said it, Will.
There's
I
a
don't-
remake
There's a
of Total
remake.
Recall,
That's
but I
not
don't think there's a
sequel.
second one.
No, you're right.
Stick
It's
with the
not-
actor. Switch the movie.
Stick with the actor.
Oh my God, Dan! You're either giving it away or making him way off the trail here.
Terminator 2?
This is Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're like saying on
Yes.
the last one.
Yeah,
Not-
fair,
not
fair,
the-
fair.
Holocaust-looking photo that you were
No,
thinking it
you're
would be.
right.
It's
You're
much
right.
darker.
You're right.
I'm way too competitive to
All right,
watch these guys do this.
So here is the last one. This is the only one Brian didn't get.
He'd
Let's see if
better
we
get
can
this
discuss
wrong.
This one.
I'm gonna be mad if he gets this right.
Your 5th movie 2.
I'm guessing Bad Boys 2.
Oh damn
Well
it!
played. That is
Ah!
2.
Yeah,
The
that
only one
for
Brian
some
didn't miss,
reason.
and you nailed it. Good job.
Yeah. Well, what did I get? 3 out of 5, maybe?
You got 4 out of 5. Because
I think 2. I think 2.
2 for sure. 2 for
2
sure.
for
yeah.
sure.
he got 4 out of
To
5.
be fair-
Didn't you get 4
No,
out
to
of
be
5?
fair-
The
No,
only
no,
one
no,
you
no,
missed
he
was
gave me some
Spider-Man.
hints. I missed Spider-Man and
He missed Spider-Man. He got Terminator 2 eventually. And
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd
okay,
say well,
arguably Fast and the Furious.
to be completely honest, I would have guessed Fast and the Furious 2. That was my gut, even though I didn't even know there was a 2 in it because I thought it was spelled out.
Oh, there's 2 2s in it.
Yeah, I know, it's so ridiculous. But I was a hesitant 3 out of 5, unfortunately.
All right. I liked that. I mean, I'm
That's
absolutely
super fun.
stealing that from TikTok, but I like that. I'm going to maybe do that going forward. Have that as a little opening game. Use that for shorts or whatnot. I'll try and make the pictures a little bit nicer There is a way to do restream as a vertical, but unfortunately you can't do it while you're already live.
Oh, I see. You have to
So-
switch it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. Like I'll try editing it after the fact and see if we can make that work. But yeah, that was fun. As
That's
far as
super fun.
something that I threw together in like 10 minutes, like I think I started that after Brian said I went live, and I was like, oh shit.
Could
It's
you
that time, isn't it?
could you use that program that Harris Heller was propagating, the ATOM vertical? Does that work in conjunction with Restream? I know it pulls a lot of processing power.
If I could steal you guys randomly, like
Right.
not right now, I could do it super easy in OBS.
Yeah.
But on Restream, I guess even technically I could do it on Restream super easily if we went live like that and then shut down
In
and
that
went
format.
live
Yeah, yeah. You
uh,
can read.
vertically. It's just unfortunate you can't switch halfway through. It probably messes with the audience's viewpoint, but
Yeah.
for me it'd be easy.
Yeah, yeah. If you have something, just shoot me a message and we'll find time to jump.
I mean,
on.
that took
fun.
all of what, 20 seconds?
Yeah, it's super fun. It's quick.
Yeah. I could have like 5 of those made up and just, hey, Will, you got 5 minutes? And
No, that was cool.
boom, boom,
I like
boom.
that. We need to get more, warm-up stuff for clips and shorts and stuff. That'd be pretty good.
yeah, I've been doing a lot more shorts and TikToks on my gaming channel, and they've been doing pretty well. I mean, well for my channel, well for my size at least. So I'd love to
Hey,
start
take
doing
what
that a
you
little
can
bit
get.
more with the movie stream.
What's up, Joey Everett?
150 subscribers, which is not a terrible milestone.
So Dan,
We're way there.
Dan, are you streaming live to YouTube as well? Because my YouTube viewers are not getting shared via the stream share thing.
I am. Yes,
So-
I'm on TikTok. TikTok. No, I'm not. That's a lie. I'm on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube right now.
Right. Because Kick is really bringing in the money for you, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I know it's killing it over there.
I'm pretty sure you tried out Kick and just haven't gotten around to deleting it yet. Because that's what I did for like 6 months. I was like, I'm still streaming to Kick?
It's one of those things where like it's set up enough that it costs me literally nothing
Yeah.
to be live over.
Right, it costs you nothing to be live over there, so you might as well.
Second they send me a thing being like, "Hey, you need to update this," be like, "Deleted."
Yeah,
But, like,
exactly.
Right, here, right now, it costs me nothing. Who knows? And like I've seen, so from my understanding with Kick, a bunch of littler streamers went over there and did literally nothing.
Yeah.
And big streamers are going over there, and because they're bringing their TikTok or their Twitch audience, and Kick technically pays better.
Yeah.
They're making big waves over there, but they're not growing there.
They're not growing,
They're
but
pre-established audience.
But they also have a contract that's separate from the usual streamer, right? Like we go over there and we get 95%. And I believe these other guys are taking they were like written a check to go over there, and then they get 95%.
I don't
Even
know. if
more
that's-
recently than that, I've heard
Yeah.
some of the bigger guys like Tech Talk,
Yeah.
Tectone, Nutty even, and I think
Nutty went over to
have all
Kick?
been saying like, yeah,
I didn't know that.
I don't know if
Twitch
he's-
banned him, and he said, all right.
Oh,
well,
that's
let's start
right.
exploring.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
I
there
don't-
exclusively.
Yeah, I
but
don't think so. Yeah, but I don't, and I also don't know how much people are getting paid to switch platforms anymore. I think that's kind of
I think that was when
an
they first
outdated
started.
practice.
Yeah. When they
Because
first
I
did, I
don't
think they were
think
doing it.
it did anything for Kick. I
Yeah.
don't think it did anything for Kick, and I don't think the people saw the value in it. Like they got the one-time
yeah.
payout. But I
Same
mean,
with
when
Twitch.
these guys
I
are
don't think it
making
did anything for Twitch either.
Sure, but I mean, like, I don't know about Nutty, but like, Asmongold is making like 10s of thousands of dollars a month. So I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah,
sure, if you can offer him 1 million over the course of 3 years, sounds good on paper, but realistically, he's probably losing money by the end of it.
Well, yeah, but Asmongold is going to make that tens of thousands a month and then post his videos to YouTube and make
Yeah.
50, 60,000 a month there easily, probably.
Right.
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying, like, it. You get to a point where money probably doesn't help. So
Yeah.
much as like, I'd rather just have the viewership and the active audience.
Yeah.
What Bubba Hotep said is what I've heard actually is that Kick has a lot of degens there, so I think he would fit in pretty good.
So far, it's got a lot of bots there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's all I've encountered.
Pretty
I think
much.
you're too wholesome, Dan. You're just too wholesome. You're not drawing in the degens.
Well, ironically, I think I got kicked off of TikTok live. Not like I can still post shorts, And I was trying to rack my brain as to why. And I think it's because I do shots. I think the alcohol consumption,
yeah,
TikTok
yeah,
is like, F this guy.
TikTok's
So-
very strict about what you can and cannot have on screen.
Yeah, which, it sucks, but whatever. I'll still post my shorts there.
Yeah, the main goal is just to drive traffic to Twitch and YouTube anyway, right? So,
Yeah, I mean, ideally YouTube, but yeah.
because as Canadians, I'm pretty sure you can't make any money from TikTok anyway, right?
I thought that changed a few
Oh,
months back, but I'm
oh,
nowhere
okay,
close
yeah.
to making money anyways, so who cares?
True. Yeah, I knew. I just knew in the past you couldn't, so I didn't even bother looking into it. But you're right, it could have changed, and I just don't keep up with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I see you post a couple of things here and there, and mostly
Yeah,
stuff from Call of Duty, I think, right?
Yeah, I would just prop hunt trash. I just posted TikTok, Insta, and YouTube shorts. So.
Yeah.
Trying to get into
Cool.
practice of doing something, but it's
It's kind of hard to find motivation if you don't really just enjoy what you're putting out there. Like,
yeah.
So the funny thing for me is, I use Nexus clips to hit or miss degrees, and it makes it super easy because they find the clips for you. But every now and then it'll be like, I remember having a funny moment, and like they ignore it entirely. I'm like, that's weird. But the moments that they're like, this is 100%, like this is a viral video, and I'm like, it's just like there's nothing there. Like I don't see it. But I posted one of them anyways because like whatever it says it is, and like it's one of my higher viewed TikToks now. So I'm like, okay, sure.
Really?
Like I guess
Whatever.
I know what I'm talking about. I don't see
algorithms.
it, so sure.
Yeah. I hate that. I hate everything about that.
I don't disagree, other than I'm lazy. So
No, fair. It is a time saver, and that is important.
I like AI assisting me in creating stuff. I don't like AI telling me what is creative. I hate that. I hate the AI slop that gets put out there and gets so many views, just weird stuff like a singing chicken nugget with 10 million views, and I'm like, no one even put any effort into this. I hate that. I don't mind utilizing AI to save you time when you're compiling stuff or editing things and help you zip through it faster. I just don't want it directing me on how to create something.
I saw a video the other day that was like, oh shit, there's a new giveaway going. Anonymous has
Hold on, what's the word? Type.
one R rating spider meme to the chat. Type join in the next 180 secones for a join.
Join or exclamation mark join or all caps join.
It's just join, it looks like. Generally speaking, that is Omega Man, so thank you very much. Appreciate you. Gifted one R rating spider memes to the chat. Funny thing is, I made it. I don't even know what that is. Is that the sticker? Is that the mug? Is that the shirt?
Is
Who knows?
that the T-shirt?
It's the image. I know the image. I just don't
Right.
know
You showed that.
what product it is.
You shared that picture of the new T-shirt. I like it on a T-shirt. I think it looks good on the T-shirt.
Honestly, it's appreciate you. It's not. It is. I like the look of it for sure. I've liked it on my T-shirt, and it's the first merch that I've worn in public because it's just like people will understand it, but it's not
What
like
it is, yeah.
bam, the Monguli show. This is me. Look at me. Like it's just kind of a silly little image.
Yeah.
It is the shirt. Thank you so much, Omega. You're amazing.
See, I want to get a picture of me in a Run 7 shirt and then have that picture put on a shirt, and every year take a picture of me wearing that shirt, and it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. That's what I want to do.
That's
Real
pretty good.
T-Dub, how you doing, buddy? That's actually a brilliant idea. That's actually really fun. One of the things I'm thinking about doing for the anniversary, if I remember and actually take the time to do it, is finding every game that I played since the last anniversary and doing like a shoot, what do you call it? Like a graph. Oh, wow.
Like a ranking?
Like a tier list.
Yeah,
like
tier
a
list.
tier list of all the games that I played in the last year, and just every anniversary updating that. I was like, okay, that could be kind of fun.
That's cool, yeah.
Like Dan's Christmas cards, exactly.
You're in review with Dan the Monguli Show.
So as I was saying, not only do I like the look of the shirt more than the small items that I showed you, it's also super comfortable. Like I'm actually going to go through my store at some point and change all of my merch to that shirt because it is the most comfortable of the merch that I've made so far. Because I buy most of my own merch. That sounds weird. If nothing else, to test it, and if I'm like, wow, this sucks, I'll delete it. Now that I've thrown that shirt on, I'm gonna just all of my shirts are gonna be on that. All of my designs are gonna be on that shirt because it's the most comfortable one I've heard yet.
Don't do what I did. I have like
tried
a
not to
dozen of my shirts from my merch thing, and for some reason they're all black. every single one of them. And I'm like, I didn't think to get a different color, like a blue one or a white one or something. All black.
I've got mostly black because I do tend to wear more black than others. But I have a couple of, like, I've got a blue one, a white one, a tan one. So like I do have a little bit of variety, but no, it's also majority black.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that buys my merch. It's not that weird. I mean, in fairness, I am like 95% of the people who buy my merch. Although
Yeah, but part of
Omega
it
Man
is
is
like-
really coming up in those numbers.
Oh, damn it!
Real Bubba Hotep,
Seriously?
Congrats.
congratulations.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Omega Man. Appreciate you immensely. That was amazing.
What I was gonna
I
say
think-
is, it's kind of a good idea to buy a couple of things to see what they actually look like in person, though, too, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
You're really
and that's what I've
face.
kind of been doing, is just being able to test it. What on earth is going on behind you?
Sorry. So he's redeeming the fart face redemption there. Casey Wymie. Don't worry, I'll be putting on a wig and a hat here in just a minute, so give it time.
All good.
perfect.
I love. Never mind. I'll message you guys in Discord.
I hate updating my merch store because I will end up spending $200 after updating all my
exactly.
stuff. Like, well, I got to try this one on and order a bunch of them. And I end up spending so much money every time I do that.
Yeah, because I think I've got, like the mug, the sticker. I don't have the shirt on right now. It's in the wash, but I've got it. And I'm like,
Just
I'm
go
not
to
sitting
your
here
local
right now,
home
like,
improvement
advertising.
store
I guess I
and
am,
ask for the big
but
black
mostly it's just
cock.
like, yeah, I buy my own shit just to make sure that it looks okay. Because if this looks like garbage, I'm not selling it to anybody. I wouldn't let you spend.
Oh
it.
yeah, I got all my stuff too. I know how it is. That's the woes of being a content creator.
You know what though? I blame Valley Flying, ironically.
You know what? I kind of do
I see
too.
him wearing his own merch, and I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Even if nobody else ever bought it, it's just another way of being like me.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of merch that's like one-offs. You know what I mean? Like he has like the G.I. Joe Valley Flying and like all these different versions. Like, it's fucking clever.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. He did a great job with his merch.
That's what she said.
The other thing is, it doesn't cost you anything to have it there, right?
Well, exactly. Like I can make it and put it on the store. It won't cost me anything. But then in my brain, I'm like, I should make sure that looks okay. So then
Yeah.
it does cost me something. So
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I'm definitely, my merch is definitely at a net loss. Let's put it that way. But it's honestly just cool to think that it's out there at all.
Well, it's nice to have it there for, you know, when we get to episode 137 and start covering Too Fast, Too Furious and your merch store blows up, it's already there and ready to go. And you have all that
Ready to
stuff
go.
in there.
Yeah, that's the episode that'll really sell it.
Oh, you know it. You know it. We're counting the days.
Because Will will quit.
When we-
Episode
no.
136 and Will's like, I'm out, guys. I'm sorry.
When we get to Too Fast, Too Furious, I'm gonna make merch, and it's gonna be Too Fast Runs Furious.
All right, I'm gonna hit 3 minutes of ads and then we can get started if you guys are ready to go.
Sure, as
Okay.
good as I'm ever gonna be.
Yeah, hit it.
Good.
Hit the 3 minutes ads.
All right, for the subscribers out there, thank you so much. You can keep hanging around with us, but for everybody else, enjoy that ad break, and then hopefully we can do the entire episode completely free of ads.
We can hope. I don't even know what my write-up is for this one because I wrote it and forgot about it immediately, just like the last movie. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, I'm sure it'll go super well. How could it not?
Exactly.
I'll admit, I
Ooh.
did a bunch. Well, not a bunch. I did research on the first one. This one's kind of going off the cuff. We'll just see what happens.
That's okay. I didn't do that much research on this one just because.
Didn't-
Just because.
Yep. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, I didn't bother doing any research. Well, I never do research, but
Yeah. Let's.
but yeah, this, you know what? I don't know. I got some things to say about this one this time. I came into it trying to be more positive and open-minded and just letting stuff slide off and trying to have a little bit more fun. And then this movie kind of caught me from it. Sorry. We'll save it.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's get going then. Come on. I got things to say.
Ads. We always
We're
have people
debating on
bugging
it.
us with the ads. I just wanted to make sure that they don't have to suffer through them in the middle of the episode. At least right now, they just get to miss out on us.
I think I got something in my eyeball, so that's.
You guys need to do Tammy and the T-Rex? I don't think there's a second one, is there?
Tammy and the
Not.
I've
T-Rex.
never seen the first one, so we'll see.
Yeah, I doubt there's a sequel to that.
I would be shocked. No.
What? What is going on here? I just got killed. Why did I get booted? Wonder if it's gonna setting the stage for me. Let me reconnect, please.
Can anyone see me? Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
It says my camera is not available and it won't let me enable it. Like it kind of crashed. So I may have to go through and reset the whole thing again. So let me try that and I'll come back.
It looked like it crashed on my end, and yet you're both saying it crashed on your end. So I don't know what just happened.
Maybe we all three shit the bed at the same time. I'm gonna reset my camera and come back.
Bridget says we're here, so I theoretically am live. Cleaning Agent says we're live, or that you're back.
I'm still live. I'm not having any trouble streaming here, but it's just I'm losing some things. Let's go into my settings, and we're going to have to fix a thing. Camera settings, restream, remove the website, save changes, kill that, and then we're gonna come into restream our rating. Try this one more time. OBS virtual camera, allow, should be good.
Oh, Brian's back and he's got a camera.
All right, yeah, I just reset it like I always do, and it worked again. I don't know what that was about.
And Will's back and has a camera. That was unfortunate, but at least it happened before we started the honest recording. So
Yeah.
we'll take it.
Yeah, good timing. Good timing.
And not during the giveaway. So like kind of the best of both worlds. It was during ads. Like nobody missed anything. It's fine.
Yeah.
There are people who are watching ads, didn't even know there was an issue.
Yeah, it seems like it had to have been. I thought like my internet went down because that's happened in the past, but then
Yeah.
everything went down. It must have been a restream crash.
It must have, but that's unfortunate. Hopefully we can make
Did-
45 minutes without that.
Will, did you have to reset your camera that time? Because I had to get back on.
I just had to close the whole thing down and then reopen the window, and it seemed to work okay.
Cool. All right. Will is going to start us off as per normal. I'll do my regular. This is our rating. Introduce you guys, and then I'm probably going to go fairly straight in on Brian. So don't start off on yourself, Brian. I'll give you a segue.
Okay.
But
dig-
considering last week's
just
content,
dig
I
into
figure
him.
it's probably gets to jump right in there.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where you were heading anyways. So I was like, no, let's save it.
Okay.
Give us like a minute and a half.
All right, everybody's back. Let's do this thing. The Accountant Squared 2025. Whether it's square dancing or calculating the square root of 1764, Christian Wolf has your number. But when the odds are heavily stacked against him, he calls in the only backup he can count on, his brother. Now the Wolf Pack is back and ready to balance the books. 42. The answer is 42.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our rating, the show where I get together with two of my friends and we take a movie franchise, break it down by movie, give it an overall score, and throw it on the board to see where it lands compared to the other movie franchises. I'm joined this week, as always, by Will and Brian. Brian, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing pretty good, Dan. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's been a bit of a busy week, but honestly, I've had a lot of time to sit around, play some Silk Song, watch some movies. I can't complain too much. Will, how are you doing this week?
Feeling great, ready to jump right into this number cruncher.
Fantastic. Speaking of jumping right into this one, we did The Accountant last week, and we had some interesting conversations based around the Asperger's and autistic side of the movie and how they dealt with that. Brian, before we really get into this one, I'm just super curious. This one seems to shy away from that for the most part. I don't think they said the word Asperger's or autism once, and usually just refer to it as his condition.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that? Did that work out better for you, or do you feel like they were trying to...
Well, I came into this one with trying to just let it slide off, right? Just let it go. I did my rant last week. I don't need to go off on this one. And so I was ready to accept whatever Hollywood wanted to cram in to make their plot work. And then they kind of did something a little weird with this one. They like tried to pivot their characters a little bit and try to like change sort of the details about the conditions that the different people, because we had multiple different people with conditions in this one, and they were kind of like changing it to more of a condition where you could be hyper fixated on something and learn it super fast. And I'm not really sure how accurate at all that is, but that's where they kind of pitched it. And I was like, wait a minute, I was ready to just go with they're autistic and they can do these things. And instead the movie was kind of spinning it a little bit. And then they even changed some characters a little bit. Like Ben Affleck was more humorous in this one. And I was just like, man, I was so prepared for you guys to go one way. And then you like twisted it and it caught me off guard. I did end up getting my feet back under me later in the film though.
So did you like that twist though? The fact they changed the characters a little bit and kind of got away from it a bit?
I wasn't ready for it. And I don't like that things changed from 1 to 2 because it takes me out of it. Had I not watched 1 so recently, it probably wouldn't have been a big deal. I wouldn't have remembered and noticed the subtle differences. So for me, no, I didn't like it, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal for most people.
Fair enough. I was looking into the first movie last week and stumbled into a Reddit rabbit hole where people were talking about this movie and the voice that Ben Affleck is using in this movie. And I was expecting it to be way worse than it was based off of the comments they were making. So maybe because I was prepared for it to be awful, it didn't bother me that much. Although it was still kind of that, like, why did he develop this accent in the last 3 years or whatever it is?
Yeah.
8 years, I guess it is.
Yeah.
As opposed to the first 40-something years of his life. That was weird to me. And there were some character changes. Like, I love John Bernthal. I enjoyed him in this movie. But he was not the same person. Or
No, he
didn't seem
wasn't.
to be the same person as was in the first movie. He had his stuff together in the first movie. It seemed like
Yeah.
we saw less of him. I'll give it that. But he seemed pretty cool and collected. And this one, he seemed a little bit more messed up and not sure of who himself. And all that. You're giving an interesting look. Will, you got a thought on the change of characters?
I actually preferred John's character changes or development, I'll call it, because in the first one, you purposely, for the stupid reveals in the movie, don't get to know a lot about John's character. And so it's pretty ambiguous. All you know is that he's like a really good trained killer and he does hits for whatever, this group of hitmen company. But you don't really get a whole lot from him. You know, he's a fast talker. He seems to have his shit together. There's times in this movie he has that as well. You know, you see the aftermath of, you know, him and the Russian sex worker maybe, and he's chatting with her and whatnot, and then his brother calls and it unravels him. And I think that was okay because he has this like really broken relationship with his brother, a really hard relationship with his brother. So I think it's a fair unraveling. And I don't know, I just feel like we get to learn more about his character and that he's not just this perfect killing machine. He has all his own issues as well. I didn't mind that.
I got to go with Will on this one. I felt it was more building on his character, and I liked what they did with it. And I did like Bernthal in this one. He was probably the saving grace for me in this film. Cracked me up with his cat thing at the end. Really enjoyed his character. That was probably the high point for me. Ben Affleck's character seemed a lot different from the first movie, and they tried to make this like a humorous buddy cop film. Did you guys get that? Like, and they
100%.
and it felt like up until the end, and now the end is different. The end landed for me. Great action sequence, some funny jokes at the end. It closed well. I enjoyed it. But up until then, it felt like they were trying to go a whole different route with this movie, and none of it was working for me the whole time. I was like, wait a minute, you gave up action for comedy and you're not landing the jokes. These characters have changed with no explanation other than maybe Bernthal. And yeah, it just didn't work for me.
I think, okay, the speed dating I didn't love.
I hated that. I hated that altogether, yeah.
Like, he's still awkward and whatnot. And the fact that he just kept going back to tell them how to do their taxes was like, I think the only accounting we saw in this movie called The Accountant. But the scene that really just absolutely did nothing for me was and I'm jumping ahead a little bit here, and I'm sure Brian's gonna have something to say on this, is when he's talking about like his people, and like he's calling back to the society, and she's got like all these kids working for her in a room, and they're cracking into this woman's cell phone, and like
And
they're
their
racing each other. It's just
computer.
like everything about that was just like, no, thank you. Like I
Yeah.
was okay with her being like a one-off person that he had a relationship with that like had a super computer just in her dorm room.
Yeah.
But when they had the entire basement set up in this like, that room is more technically advanced than like the war room in the White House is. You know what I mean? Like it was
And
insane.
They
And
did
it's
the
like, you're gonna tell me the rest of people working in that facility have no idea what's
This is
going on?
Yeah.
and they did the
Just playing
thing.
Minecraft in there. They're just
Yeah,
playing
that's it.
Minecraft.
Sure. They did the thing that Hollywood loves to do with hackers, which is make them be able to just type rapidly on a keyboard and hack into anything, and that's not how it works. Hacking is a much less exciting, sexy, glamorous thing than Hollywood makes it. It's a lot of times hackers dig through your garbage can to find out your password. Like it's weird stuff like that, or calling people and having a conversation, finding out who, your mother's maiden name or something. That's the weird stuff that hackers actually do. There isn't some secret backdoor access to the Pentagon. At least I hope there's not. I don't know. It's the American government. I wouldn't put it past them. But yeah, the whole hacking scene bothered me. Where'd those kids come from? Why were they so incredibly good at doing things that were, in my opinion, impossible?
Autism.
Yeah, because autism. Yeah. I didn't like how they just
Explanation.
use that and cram it in there. Yeah. And then we developed this new type of autism too in this movie, which was they had a term for it, and I don't remember, but it was
Savant syndrome.
savant syndrome. Thank you. Where they like get cracked on the head and suddenly they can just hyper focus on something and learn it in a matter of days, and I was like, I've never heard of this one. This seems new to me. I'm not really sure about it. And then they make it sound like maybe that's what Ben Affleck has. The mother in the story who was sort of the villain, she had it. And I didn't even get explanation. Hey, here's something I gotta ask you guys.
I
Go
will
ahead.
say, I feel like I have heard of that before. Not necessarily the wording savant syndrome, but like the idea that somebody like gets cracked on the head and all of a sudden can speak French.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like something
or
like that, I feel like
will learn a new language really quick.
Right.
now that might be like old wives' tale material more so than actual science.
John Travolta in
That's
Phenomenon.
Not something I'd heard of during this movie.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it's older than this movie. Whether it's real or not is a
I-
whole other conversation.
I got a question for you guys.
Shoot.
Did you guys understand the plot? Because I sure as hell didn't. Like at one point, she falls asleep and wakes up and he's rearranged all that stuff on the wall and he's walking her through it. And I'm like, I'm going to have to take your word for it because you're making these like accounting things and I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no idea how he's connecting dots or why. I don't even know. Why did that woman get abducted and lose her kid and then get hit in the head and come back? Why? I don't know. I lost all of it. Maybe I just didn't care. I don't know.
I'm with you on this
probably
one.
it.
Like this is something I was going to bring up as well because like the plot and story in the first movie, I don't want to say they were bone simple, but it all made sense.
Yeah.
Like A to B to C to D, movie's over.
It was a complex plot in the first one, but it did make sense and you could follow it.
I think they overcomplicated the plot in the first one, and I feel they overcomplicated the plot in this one. I think both movies have a fairly simple plot, but they tried to be clever in the way they presented it, and failed on both accounts to some degree.
I think whether it was a simple plot or not, it was convoluted in its storytelling, and there were things
100%.
that really, I mean, maybe I'll ask you guys this, and you'll be like, well, because of X, Y, or Z. J.K. Simmons is in this movie very, very briefly. Runs into the bathroom, writes something on his arm so that the coroner will find it, and he writes down, "Find the accountant."
Correct.
Why didn't he write down the name of the person that they're supposed to be looking for? Like theoretically, the person in his job description should be somewhat good at her job.
Because she didn't get there for being good at her job. She got there because he put her there, and she
But-
agreed to take tips from the accountant.
Okay, but
That's
what
why
is the
she
connecting
spends the
dot
majority of the
between-
movie trying to prove her worth, right?
I guess okay, but
Trying.
Why? How did she figure out this phone number that she calls and talks to the like the secretary, and meanwhile the autistic people are listening in? Where did she get that number from? What? How did that? What is that?
I believe again that was a remainder from the first movie, that they did find out that he had a connection with them or with that institute.
Okay.
And so that's where the voice was coming from.
Oh, she was calling the actual institute?
Correct. So she was getting the night staff at the institute.
Okay. And then
But knew that the British voice was always listening.
Okay. I didn't quite catch that. I thought she was literally calling like some random number of like a cleaning agent's, not a clean. Sorry.
Thank you.
Of like a clean of like some sort of like telemarketing agency or something, and just talking to the secretary, knowing that they'd be listening. I'm like, where did this number come from? So
Honestly, it kind of reminded me of 13 Monkeys, if you guys have ever seen that.
yeah. It kind of had that.
Call a number knowing that like somebody else is
Right.
going to pick it up down the road kind of a thing. Okay, here's my other question that I couldn't wrap my head around. How did Ben Affleck look at a family photo and decide that that kid was autistic?
That's terrible.
Like that
Yeah.
whole thing was
That's
just like,
terrible.
wait, what? Like, why? I think he's like me. Based off of what? Like, something
Superheroes
like the kids in the background doing a Rubik's Cube or something. Like he's just
Yeah.
smiling with his parents.
That's one of those things that I was just like, I'm not even going to worry about it. This is just one of those things Hollywood wants to just steal this horrible situation that so many young people and adults have to deal with, and they're going to make an action flick out of it. So I ranted about it last week. I'm going to let it go. That was one of those things I saw that and I'm like, that's terrible.
Recognize superheroes. That's it. Superheroes recognize superheroes.
I will, yeah, I guess. I will say, going back to the question I originally asked you, Brian. I don't have a foot in this, a shoe in this horse, a horse in this race. I don't have a horse in this race, as far as like autism goes. I didn't necessarily love that they took out any mention or direct mention of his condition in this one. I feel like, for better or worse, at least it was showing some form of autism, some form of representation in the first movie. And we had a pretty good discussion about that in last week's episode, and actually after last week's episode in the post game. I don't feel like any of that's present in this one. And
I felt like they were going for ambiguity is what they were doing.
It almost feels like they kicked the hornet's nest and then were scared, and so they tried to back off while still having the sequel.
Yes, exactly. And it felt like they were even pivoting and trying to make other things work, so it explained it a little bit better, because like general autism, you're not going to end up with Ben Affleck. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
maybe you'll end up with Ben Affleck in real life, but you're not going to end up with his character in this movie. And so it bothered me a lot last week. I was going to let all this go, and then like you said, I walk in and they've changed things. They're approaching it differently, and then I was like, what? Pick one, go with it, you know?
Honestly, between his voice and the way he was acting, and now admittedly it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, it almost seemed more like he was being Forrest Gump than he was being Christian Wolf.
Yeah.
Like it kind of seemed like a pretty drastic change. And I didn't necessarily dislike it once I settled into, okay, this is what this movie is. Like as far as his direction in this movie, it's okay. It was just one of those, like, I kind of liked the representation, even if it was poorly done. At least they tried. And in this one, it seemed like they got scared.
Right. Yeah, I'm similar to you. It was weird because he had way more lines in this, and so it felt like a character change because, one, he's talking way more. Unlike you guys, I didn't hate the beginning where it showed the speed dating thing, because one, it kind of showed who he is, as in like rigging the algorithm or whatnot. It showed that he is still super awkward, but it showed I guess his want or desire to move forward in his life and maybe pursue a relationship, and that kind of was a through line in the story. So I didn't hate that part. Was it well executed? Not great, I don't think. But I didn't hate that. But what I did like with him and his character changes, I guess, is that I did enjoy the brothers being brothers. They felt like, you know what, yeah, they aren't seeing eye to eye. There's a reason why they're kind of disjointed and they don't really contact each other all that much. Like there's a whole lot of you could feel a whole lot of backstory and tension between them, and I thought they played that off really well. But you also felt like the love between them, you know. So I didn't actually mind that. I actually thought that was some of the highlights of the movie. It was the interaction, and maybe it's because John was such a good performer in this. I don't know.
To be fair, I didn't say that I hated the speed dating. I just didn't love it.
No, for sure.
I hated the speed dating. I'll say it.
Yeah.
I hated it.
I too hated the speed dating.
But yeah, I agree. I like the brother connection. Them, you know, hey, you've never once told me thank you, and later he says thank you when they're going on the mission. Yeah, there was some good storytelling there. That was one of the aspects I was like, okay, at least they're doing this okay. I didn't understand the speed dating. I literally thought that he was annoyed at the way they build their algorithm and he was going there to debunk their algorithm. I didn't get that he was there to actually go on a date.
Yeah, no, he was actually trying to take full advantage of the algorithm to get
as many
chance at getting or finding a person of interest, right?
Yeah.
Or falling in love. But then once they all met him, they're like, oh, this guy is totally not what we
Well,
thought he was.
it seemed like they looked at him and was like, ooh, and got all wet and then ran after him, and then he opened his mouth and it was a done deal.
It was dry as the desert. At the
Yeah. What is it they say that a woman knows within the first 60 seconds if she's gonna go to bed with you or not? The rest is just you staying out of your own way.
Right,
So-
right.
I didn't really think of this until just now, but in the first movie, Anna Kendrick is all about him. But then he leaves her to keep her safe because, like, oh, it won't work between us and somebody's trying to kill you.
Mhm.
And then in this movie, if he's looking for a date anyways, he's already got a foot in the door with her. Why? I mean, like, I don't necessarily need her in the whole movie, but, like, it would have been nice to have had a scene where he's like, he does check in on her and maybe she's dating somebody and he's just like, all right, she's good. Like,
There's
something as
multiple
opposed to...
potentials there. Like, it's 8 years later. Maybe she's moved on,
Well,
whatever
exactly.
have you. Or maybe it's just she's busy filming other movies. Like, it could be a multiple.
Literally, they could have just had like a photograph of the two of them like on a date or something, and he just like looks at it fondly and then walks away from it. Like they tried, it didn't work out, something like that. Where they don't even need to have her in the film, they could just have a mention of her. That would have been, yeah, I think there were opportunities there, but yeah, probably not in the budget.
This might also only be an issue to us because we watched this in such close succession.
Right.
But because 8 years later, if you're watching this movie, again, Dan forgot half the movie in 4 days, so I don't know if it would.
But
be
I did
that
remember Anna
memorable.
Kendrick was in it.
I wish I could have
good.
forgot
I
the
mean-
whole movie in 4 days.
just hit your head, get in a car accident, you'll learn all kinds of new things.
Yeah.
And everything else.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, so here's what I got of the gist of a simple plot that you guys said you're like kind of like, what is going on in this movie? We've got generic bad guys who are trafficking women into the sex work trade, who pride themselves on taking women who have kids because that leverages them to never be able to get out or get away from that lifestyle. Enter Ray King, who is for some reason tracking this specific family who's gone missing and wants to find them and has a lead on it. He gets offed, but he calls in the accountant because he knows if anybody can follow through and solve this, it's him. Then the accountant finds out that the son has autism and is like, I'm all in. And then we find out the woman who was in the sex working somehow tried to escape, got hit by a car, and then became a professional killer without any memory of her family until the very end. In which case, she still didn't care.
Exactly. To say, she didn't even care at the end. Like,
I mean,
Ben
it's up
Affleck's
in the
saving
air.
it for.
She took the photo and then she ripped it up, so it was like so weird.
Well, so she's definitely like, no, I'm out of this. Like, this
I felt like she was ripping herself. Like it was a specific tear where it put her husband and son on one side and her on the other. I think that was
To me, that symbolizes she's removing herself from that part of her life.
right. Yeah.
But I mean, also, it's just super weird to me that was the choice after taking the picture. Like she's like thinking about it. I don't know. It was an odd choice at the end, but
I was kind
anyway,
of sad
that's
that we
the
didn't.
story I got.
I was sad we didn't get to see her actually kill the guy. She gets up and grabs her knife and walks after him, and that was all I saw. And I was kind
I
of.
don't know.
I mean, it didn't need to happen. You know what happens, but kind of for that like little bit of relief, you kind of wanted to be able to see her take her revenge, and it never happened.
I
We're
don't
told throughout the
disagree.
entire
but-
movie that she's like an unstoppable killing force. We never really get to see it. Like, I feel like we're almost robbed of an interaction between her and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I wanted to see the two square off for a while. Just a melee fight would have been awesome.
And one of the scenes that kind of bothered me, like, again, when she is going to kill Mary Beth Medina, and she's in her house, and Mary Beth kind of gets the jump on her for a second, you're pretty confident it's not going to go well because we've been told this is an unstoppable killing machine.
Also,
the music during that scene was so blatantly, hero's about to die, sad violin.
I was pissed at that sound.
Right, like that actually bothered me. Like most of the time when we're talking about these, like I'll talk about the music and like, oh, it's amazing, it's really triumphant, or I didn't really notice it. This is one that stood out in a negative way for me. And my wife watched this movie separately, so I saw this scene twice, and both times I'm just like, you are really choreographing that Mary Beth has no chance in this fight when this could be a very tense moment where you're not sure, because we do see her get the jump on her. We do see that she could be in control of this fight, and she does hold her own well enough for the first little bit. But she's gonna die because the music's so sad. And you're just like, oh, that was a poor choice, I thought.
Well, and she ended up living, actually, so it was kind of like they're trying to make us think that she's gonna die, and she actually did live. But at the same time, I'm just like you, Dan. I heard that music play, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You're telling me the end of the story before we get there. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I think that they should have queued that music up after she got stabbed.
Oh.
And then you'd be thinking, oh, she's gonna die, but then she actually kind of pulls through. And also, I hate when the good guy comes up to the bad guy, or the bad guy comes up to the good guy with a gun to the head, and they're like, don't move, and then the person with a gun to their head steps to the side and grabs the gun every single time. I hate that. Give me a better transition of how that character gets out of that situation. I'm sick and tired of that Hollywood switcheroo thing. One of these days, somebody's gonna try and get out of that and just get their brains blown out. I'll be like, there, it's real.
I guarantee you that has happened. Don't push the gun against the person. Don't let them know where you are aesthetically. Keep like an inch or two distance, and like your odds of survival go up significantly.
Yeah.
But as soon as you're touching the person, they know where you are, and then they can react accordingly.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's Hollywood. It's fine.
It's Hollywood, yeah.
Chat mentions the line dancing scene.
That's exactly where I was about to go. You sounded like you had an issue with it. I kind of liked that because it looked not so much like he was. I mean, I guess he was learning it very quickly because of his oxygen, but it looked like pattern recognition. It looked like he was getting excited because he's like, "Oh, I get this." Normal dancing would probably be chaotic and random for him. But this is very much like, oh, step left, step right, kick up, kick back, step left, step right, kick up, kick back. Probably some part of his brain was getting excited. And you can see that in Ben Affleck's face while he's sitting there watching this. Like, he wanted to connect with that woman. And then he was like, oh, I can do that. I can't dance, but I can do that. And I actually liked that scene quite a bit. Not even ironically.
I agree with that, except the one caveat to that is that the line dancing itself was like 5 minutes. It was way too long of him learning and getting it and going. It was way too long. The rest of the scene is great because you see how excited his brother gets. He's like, that's my brother. He's like so proud of him. You like feel that. And just their discussion prior leading up to the dancing and him like fumbling, getting this girl at the start and then like finding his way in. It was all great lead up, and the end was great with him being like, oh, punch me in the face. My brother's going to really enjoy this. He's having a bad night. It was all great, except for like the full 5-minute song. It was way too much. It should have been like a minute max. And then it would have been like probably the best scene in the movie.
No, I will say, and I don't, autism is a spectrum. And in this one, he doesn't even have it. He's just got a condition. So who knows? But theoretically, from what I know of autism, he shouldn't have known that his brother was having a bad time, should he?
He should have had trouble understanding those cues, but he's been learning and whatnot. So he throughout the first movie and a few times in the second movie, he would make a blatant statement like, you're upset, because he is recognizing cues and reminding himself and the other person, I see that this is happening. So
in fairness, when he says that in the first one, I think they're yelling at him.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like a subtle facial cue.
It seems like he's kind of getting a feel for this. Also, I noticed a little bit of that during like the dating scene. It looked like he was recognizing the emotional state of the other people and doing it a little too readily. I just felt like he'd evolved so much and changed so much and became so much higher functioning than himself 8 years ago. It kind of bothered me because, I mean, good on him. I'm glad he's improving and everything, but it just felt like this isn't even the same person.
Yeah.
It's
During
a
the
superhero
speed-
movie.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You're not wrong. During the speed dating section, it almost got the impression, or I almost got the impression, whether this is decent acting or just me reading too much into it, like he could tell that they weren't interested, but he couldn't stop himself because he started telling them about the accounting issue they were having, and he had to, because he likes to finish puzzles, not that we saw any of that in this movie,
Yeah.
he had to finish telling them about how to save on their taxes, even though he could recognize, I've lost you entirely. Like, you have no interest in what I'm saying.
Or telling them like, oh yeah, finding true love or love at first sight is like mathematically impossible, and then they're like,
Clearly, that's
He's
yes.
like, oh, okay, I see. You don't like that.
Yeah, there was one puzzle that he did solve, which wasn't exactly an accounting puzzle, but they made it into an accounting puzzle, which was Agent Medina, whatever her name was, had the pictures on the wall with all the stuff, and she fell asleep. And then, we fast forward. The viewers don't get to see it, but he's rearranged everything, and then he explains how he figured it all out with all these like accounting things that were way over my head. Like he talked so fast, I could not follow that at all, and I wasn't going to rewind it and watch it again because I wanted to be done with this movie, frankly. And so that was the only puzzle I saw him solve, though. Other than that, he wasn't an accountant.
The other only thing was maybe the pizza guy, where he was talking about how many pizzas they sold and why the numbers didn't add up. That was a
forgot
brief
about that.
moment.
That's
But
true.
It was more
Again-
about breaking arms and
Again,
picking names.
over my head. Couldn't understand it at all. And I was like, okay, I guess, Hollywood likes to over-explain things or just completely leave me out to dry. And they left me out to dry on this one.
Maybe if you were a mathematical savant, Run,
Yeah, that's it.
able to keep up.
Yeah.
So the scene you're talking about with all the pictures on the wall, I agree with you that when he was actually explaining how he got there, most of that I was just like, okay, I don't really understand the logical leap that you took from A to B on that one, but sure. But the fact that they showed visually how his brain worked versus how her brain worked, I did like that in theory. It just didn't
Didn't
kind of petered out. It
Yeah.
didn't end the way that it should have, to be like, oh shit, like he's actually really smart. It was just like, oh, he thinks different and he's making these leaps.
it was a much better sequence in one when he's writing all over the windows and he's explaining it to Kendrick. I enjoyed that a lot more than this, which was just so convoluted and I didn't understand. Other than the way he actually arranged the photographs on the wall was kind of interesting because it wasn't a normal way that we would. She had it all square and precise and everything, and he had like these sections, like
Almost webs.
yeah, it was really kind of cool. So I did like what they were going for, but again, execution was terrible on that front.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more of an action movie than an accounting movie, I guess.
I'm going to throw this one out there. It's not a big issue. It didn't stop my enjoyment of the movie. I was just a little bit confused. When he's at the, I think, trailer park with his Winnebago thing or his trailer.
Airstream?
His Airstream, thank you. And he's just sitting on top and they're just chilling. Is that a dealership? Is that a trailer park? Like, they were the only people in that entire thing. Does he own all of those? Are those all his?
That's what came to my mind, is that he bought the whole lot, and that's
Yeah.
where he just resides because it's quiet. He can just do whatever he wants there.
Well, and if somebody wants to rob him, they'll have to try and guess which of the 150 Airstreams is his.
I think it
But I
was.
couldn't make sense of what that was.
I think that was just a storage yard where you park your RVs, and they were living in it, and you're not
They were all
supposed
the
to.
Exact same one.
Yeah,
There were a
that was
lot
my
of the
only
same
issue.
Airstream. That was what
all
was
the same
confusing to me. So it did look like maybe it was a sales lot for Airstreams, but I did see a couple of other ones in there. So I thought it was supposed to be a storage yard, but it was, a little convoluted there. I don't think it matters. We get the point,
No
Yeah.
well, whatsoever. I was just confused. I wasn't sure if that's
Yeah.
a thing or.
Yeah, no, it was minor for sure, and that's why I was like, oh, it would be fun because if it was all Airstreams, he just bought the whole lot.
Yeah,
'Cause he's
exactly.
freaking loaded anyway. Right? Like
Oh yeah.
it was like
I don't
a
know how
place
much
for him
those
to
cost.
hide
But
out.
A couple of paintings.
Money.
A couple of paintings, yeah, which is also gone pretty much.
Yeah,
right?
no art in this one.
No
Yeah.
art, which I mean, I didn't mind it in the first one, but I'm not sad that it's gone either.
No,
Also,
for sure.
we didn't see who he worked for otherwise. Like, did he have any actual Was he running any gigs for any mafia people this time? Has he had any interaction with the director? Like,
I thought that during the somewhere near the beginning, he was talking to his woman on the phone, and they did like a threat assessment of something. So I assumed that she was still taking jobs and giving them.
Okay.
That was my impression. At least.
okay.
But it was a little weird because the last one he had like a front where he could like hide how he got the money in and out. He had a house that he was living in. Granted, like nothing in the house, but at least he had a house. So I'm surprised he went from that to just like, no, I just live on the run at literally all times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just safer, I guess. But speaking of the voice on the phone, that was a recast. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Allison Robinson plays Justine in The Accountant 2 instead of Allison Wright, who played her in the first movie. They made that switch specifically because Allison Robertson actually is on the spectrum, so they put her into that role, and then Allison Wright still played the voice, like the British voice on the phone.
Okay.
So I think that was a way for them to include a little bit more representation of actual people on the spectrum, which was interesting.
Hey, at least they didn't use like an AI voice for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly thought they would do something like that just to save some money.
And aside from that, I don't know about any of the kids. I didn't research into any of that, but I would assume there was probably more representation on the screen in general.
Yeah. Speaking of kids, Run's Kids Corner here.
Here we go.
We recently watched City of God, and I saw some of the best child actors ever, and they were in mass. It was an excellent film. One of the best films I've ever seen. Maybe not my cup of tea, but excellently executed. And they had a lot of kids in a lot of bad situations where they were crying and upset and stuff. When we got to the scene where they're shipping the kids in the bus and they're trying to put them in the hole and kill them all, and the kids were upset, man, City of God ruined that for me, because I'm watching this and I'm going, they're not really upset. They're not really scared. They didn't look, I mean, they had like, it looked like somebody was behind the camera being like, if you give me a sad face, I'll give you a candy bar. That's what it looked like to me. I didn't see it. The kids didn't fool me in this one. Didn't do anything for me in this. It's unfortunate. I love it when you can get young actors and actresses and they perform really well. And luckily they were just small little side bits, but didn't motivate me for that sequence where they're trying to, do horrible things to these kids.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a minute before we see child actors as strong as we did in City of God. Let's be frank.
Do we want to talk about this final set piece at all? Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? What did you think about the final action set piece?
The final action sequence I enjoyed. I thought it was a little bit over the top, but I was like, that's okay. It's the final one. 2 guys taking on half an army. No children harmed in the making of this film or in the story. But it was fun. It was intense. I liked them driving in. Funny how no one can hit the driver when the good guys are behind the wheel, but whatever. It was fun and I enjoyed it. And then to top it off, they had some good ambiance, some good music afterwards, some humorous release after all of that. And so, like I said, I think this movie closed well.
Dan, what about yourself?
It was fine. Like, there was no, I didn't feel any tension to it. Like, It was just people getting shot. Was not concerned for Ben Affleck or John Bernthal at any point. Maybe a bit more worried for the kids. But even then, it's like, it doesn't seem likely that they're going to, at the very least, show, like, maybe they'll hint that the kids are in danger.
Yeah.
They're not likely to show that many kids getting wiped out. As far as the bad guys go, like, I don't know, if somebody's chasing you with guns, I wouldn't worry about getting the kids into the mass grave. I might have just, like, drove the bus off a cliff and jumped out or something.
Exactly.
The scene was fine. It was fun enough. It was a silly ending to a silly action movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just didn't connect with this movie as well as I did the first one. So it's just like,
Fair. I connect with that sentiment as well. Like, it was a fun, flashy action sequence. But at no time was I worried about anybody, especially the kids. Like, those bad guys had so many opportunities to just end them.
Yeah.
So many. And they just did it. Like these guys, they're supposed to be such bad people. Like they talk about sex trafficking and kidnapping these children and they're living in an encampment. Like these are horrendous bad guys they set up in this movie. But they just turn out to be generic, nobody, nothing burger trash. Like they're just no good at their jobs. Like there's no way any of this
Yeah.
should have gone down the way it did. And so that took it out for me. But as far as like, oh yeah, popcorn action, it was a pretty fun scene for sure.
I really liked how Bernthal ran out of ammo. He's got like one bullet left, jumps up, shoots the guy, runs and clubs another guy, gets in close with the pistol, holds the pistol into his vest and takes a couple rounds into his vest. I thought that was
hits.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool. That was a cool little sequence. He didn't even stutter step, taking like 4 9mm rounds right over the heart plate, but it was still, it was cool. Yeah, I know it.
Okay, so 2 questions about the vest. One, why were they wearing baby gap vests? Like those things weren't.
Just lightweight, fast-moving tactical armor.
My understanding of Kevlar is it's good for like 1 shot at best.
Those got steel
And that guy
plates
took,
in
like,
them.
3 in a row in the exact same location. I'm like, I don't think you're making it, bud. Like I don't think you're just walking away from that.
When you see him helping him get the vest off, they're solid plate.
taking it
They're
out.
solid plate ones. And yeah, Kevlar, you couldn't put 3 rounds in the same spot in a Kevlar, you'd break through. So these had to be solid plate.
Metal plate or not, if
Yeah.
you're taking 5 rounds in the chest.
That's
you're
like getting
out. You're out of
that's
the
like
fight.
somebody swinging a sledgehammer into that metal plate 3 times in a row is what it's gonna feel
But
like.
It's action movie science, so it doesn't
At
matter.
absolute least, you're breaking a rib or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not-
you're
Still,
absolutely-
just cool as hell to do that one though, you know?
It did look good.
100%.
I'll
Yeah.
give you that it looked good.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
But honestly, did you guys think that the action sequences prior to that were any good? Because I thought they were crap up till that. I kept thinking they tried to do the comedy skits too much, and they weren't landing the jokes. And the action sequences, I don't know. Maybe I just watched this movie in too many chunks, and I broke it up the wrong way. I don't know. I didn't like the action sequences before.
So most of the action sequences up until that were pretty short little bursts of action. Like you got him beating up the pizza guy, which was
Yeah.
fine. You had the sniper taking the witness out, which I actually thought was pretty cool. I'm not sure about the logistics of it, but it was a cool enough scene. You had the fight between Medina and Aeneas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also had the
Well, actually,
opening
pretty good
sequence
except for the music.
with J.K. Simmons. That was okay, but you didn't get to see a lot there. Again, she takes out some people, and we don't get to see it.
That's kind of the thing, though. Is like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of small action sequences. That's the only big action sequence that I can think of at very least. I thought it was fine for what it was, but if this would have been like Commando and there was, an action sequence every 10 minutes, maybe I would have expected more from the ending. But like most of them leading up to that were like bar fights essentially,
Mhm.
and then you finally get like, no, this is guns out, let's go.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. The issue with this movie was it felt like they were trying to build up the right-hand man, but I never felt like they got there.
I
And
guess
they're trying to build
he
up-
screwed up more than he succeeded in the movie, though. Like
I
the
mean-
sniper guy, you mean?
Yeah, like he had this sniper. You were
No,
supposed to get the impression
not
that being the
once.
right-hand man of this guy, he would be capable.
Agreed, but not once did he ever finish a job.
He failed 100% of the time. He failed.
Yep.
I mean,
I was like, is this guy's like
During the
younger brother or
assassination-
something that he just keeps on hand because he's his brother and he has to give him a job? Because this guy is not, he's not completing the work.
okay, but that's actually leading to my point even stronger then, because you've got
Sure,
him, who's not built up to be much of anybody. You've got the main villain, I guess, who you're supposed to feel sympathy for, and we never really get a good fight between her and anybody we care about.
Mhm.
And
Right.
then you've got the bad guy who gets killed off screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like the last fight is literally just Ben Affleck and John Bernthal against faceless enemies. And
Yeah,
like I said,
yeah.
like there was no tension in it because like
I
no
agree.
faceless enemy is going to hurt either of these guys.
Yeah.
I agree. And that's why I said, right? Like generic bad guys that are supposed to be these horrible, horrible human beings. Like they're relying so much on what they're doing and not what we're seeing. And to me, that was a disconnect.
Yeah. You guys ready to rate this thing?
I'm ready.
Yeah, we can rate it.
Let me do the Patreon thing and then we'll jump on over there.
sounds good.
Oh, I can delete all of these numbers now.
I don't know what that means, but do it.
The game, the numbers from the game,
Delete all the numbers.
because they're all in the same thing as the Patreon.
Get effed accounting.
If you like what we do and you want to support us, head on over to our Patreon. There's a link down below. Thank you very much to our executive producers, Real Bubba Hotep and Dino, for helping keep the lights on. And a huge shout out to our head writer, Elder JM990. You are all greatly appreciated to keep this show running. All right, Brian, are you okay if we go back to regular?
Yeah, let's go. All right, so I'm going to keep this short and simple. This movie gets a 51 for me. It's just barely passable as something that might be of interest to people. It had some enjoyable moments. I think that Bernthal carried this film. I liked his character development, and specifically the action sequences that he was in, specifically the end sequence, had some really cool scenes. He was the only one that was ever really in danger in any of those fights, and even then you knew he wasn't going to die. But overall, I think this movie kind of improved a little bit, or at least they tried to improve a little bit over the first one. And I went into this expecting one thing, didn't get what I expected, but it wasn't total trash. So that's why it gets a 51 for me.
All right, so this actually went up for you. Interesting.
Just a bit.
No, I mean, I'll take it. All right. Unlike Brian, this one actually went down a little bit for me. I feel like the action sequences were totally fine, but the actual... I don't know. It's hard for me because the characters were more engaging. I did like seeing Ben Affleck and John Bernthal interacting with each other. The fight sequences were totally fine. The action was fine. The comedy didn't really land for the most part. The sound, as I mentioned, that one entire sequence was just really off and off-putting for me. But overall, maybe it was just the plot was a little bit confusing to me. Maybe the length of the movie was just a little bit too long for what we got. I just found myself tuning out a little bit more. The first movie had me engaged pretty much the entire way along. This one just kind of left me a little bit cooler. I didn't think it was poorly done. I liked most of the actors in this. It was fun enough to watch. It's just not necessarily one that I'm left with that feeling like, man, I can't wait to rewatch that. It just kind of left me a little bit chillier. So I'm giving this one a 64, which is 6 points down from my rating of the first movie.
Interesting. All right. Like Brian, I actually enjoyed this sequel slightly more than the original. I think it had a lot of the same problems, but a lot of the same positives as well. For some reason, I think the director or maybe the writer, who are the same for both movies, are good at character development, and specifically in this one, the relationship between the brothers was pretty much the highlight of the movie, and I enjoyed it. I connected with that. Did it mean a character change for Ben Affleck's character? Yeah, pretty much. But I was okay with it because I didn't really care for his character that much in the first one. Aside from that, I didn't mind the additional humor. I thought pretty much all the brother scenes were pretty well handled, and that's what got me through this movie. And they kind of were the bulk of the movie. Was it long? Yeah, too long. Could there have been more action? Yeah. Could there have been more emphasis on the title of the film? Probably. But I don't know. I felt a little bit better. Like maybe the plot was a little more straightforward, which helped, even though it was pretty generic. But there wasn't as much questionable material in this one compared to the first one. And by questionable material, I mean execution of. And so maybe just the overall execution was slightly better. This went up a couple of notches for me to 63 compared to 61 on the original.
Very nice. I have a curiosity, and I mean, we can edit this out because I usually do. Sure. Why did J.K. Simmons give a crap about finding this woman in the first place? Like, why does this entire movie take place?
It's just a plot device.
But, I mean, shouldn't that matter? Shouldn't the entire plot of the movie
sure.
He
Well,
says,
nothing matter.
I've been doing things that matter more to me lately. That was
And
kind of his
saving-
thing. He found a kid and wanted to save him.
Matters, I guess.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
you know what? If he was trying to find the kids, I'd be fine with that. But it looked like he was trying to find her.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't as far as long as the accountant was, right? So he was just following lead to lead and sucked at his job, self-admittedly. So who knows? That's the thing. It's like, it's a popcorn action movie. How important is it? As long as it kicks off the movie, I guess that's all you need. And he's in so little of it that you're like, okay. Yes,
Unfortunately.
that's enough. Yeah, agreed.
All right. Well, this.
He actually had a tense action sequence because you were sure he was gonna die. Like he wrote something on his arm, and you know that's a message to the corner. So that was intense, and he lasted longer than I thought he would. I thought, oh, maybe he's gonna make it, and then he didn't, and so I kind of liked that struggle for him. Although it's kind of funny seeing an elderly man like him take on two thugs in the bathroom and get out of there, but
I like that he put up a fight, and I like that he did okay, and I like that he lost.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, not that I wanted to see his character die. I love J.K. Simmons.
But that played out well.
He has no business winning that fight.
Yeah.
All right.
Agreed.
Ready to go. Let's just.
I just can't wait till the Accountant Cubed comes out and they unleash Xavier's School for the Gifted upon the world. That's what I'm looking forward to.
What's up, DJ?
It's gonna be accountants just running the whole show.
Okay, and with that, we have our final score of the Accountant franchise, and it didn't change very much. It went up by 1 point, which still keeps it below Gremlins, but above Jurassic World. Now, this is only a 2-part movie as opposed to Jurassic World, which is 4 parts. But I think Brian said last week that he's a little surprised and sad that it was above Jurassic World, and I kind of share that sentiment, having seen the second one. I think Jurassic World, laugh all you want, I'm more likely to go back to than I am either of the Accountants.
Jurassic World is just more fun than this movie was. That's all.
Yeah,
I
The
think.
first one, to be clear.
the problem
The first
is
Jurassic World.
yeah, the problem is with all franchises, the more movies you make, the higher chance you have to fall.
Yep.
And that's what happened here. That's a classic case of that's why Jurassic World as a whole is lower than The Accountant, just because it has more. Wait till The Accountant Cube comes out, and we'll drop that right down under.
I was just about to ask though, because this movie went up for both of you. Does that have any? Do you have any interest in Accountant 3, or were you only
No.
watching this because of this show and you'll never see them again?
No, as we've stated before, anything under a 65, I would pass on in general. I haven't changed my mind on that at all for this movie.
Yeah, I think anything under 50 is unwatchable for me, is something that I would tell people, I would recommend people go away from. That's why I gave this one a 51, because it has some redeeming aspects. And if you're interested in these actors and some gunfights, then go ahead.
Go watch Netflix's The Punisher. Get your
Yeah, you're going to be better off there with The Punisher for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But, okay.
Cut off right there, actually.
Here's a good question though. If you were to, roll a dice, flip a coin, whatever, draw a number out of a hat, and you were gonna draw one of the Lost World movies, or you were gonna draw out one of these Accountant movies, which hat would you rather reach into? Not knowing which film you're gonna get, which hat would you rather reach into? For me, I'm gonna reach into Jurassic World.
Yeah, I would reach into Jurassic World, but that's again a preference to fun dinosaur movies.
Yeah.
Right. But if
Am I
you're
watching by myself,
if you're a bigger fan of action movies, like lots of people just love action movies, they would probably reach for The Accountant.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say it might matter if I'm watching, because if I'm watching by myself, I might choose The Accountant, whereas if I'm watching with my kids, I might Jurassic. But realistically, no, I think I'm probably just getting more fun with Jurassic.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Affleck was the bomb in Phantom.
I'll
Thread.
hate myself either way, but
When are you guys doing Die Hard? Probably at Christmas.
I was gonna say that same thing. Yeah, probably around Christmas.
All right, give me 1 second to do the outro, and then we can just chill, or you can run off, or whatever you gotta do.
sounds good.
All right, and that is our rating of The Accountant 2. But what's yours? Let us know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. We record this live over at twitch.tv/The Show, so you can head over there. We record this live over at twitch.tv/The Show on Thursday nights, so you can head over there and hit the follow button if you want to hang out with us live. Or if you made it this far in the video, make sure to hit like and subscribe so that I see you in the next one.
So,
Cleanest, but it'll work.
so I've had a hankering for some like horror and scary movies. So I am stoked to go into The Conjuring. I'm stoked to be away from The Accountant, but I'm even more stoked to go into The Conjuring.
I don't know anything about The Conjuring, but is it circling around a child? Like, is that
I don't know. Actually, I don't know a lot about The Conjuring either.
they like
but,
putting kids in horror movies? So
absolutely.
I know it's related to Annabelle and the Nun, like it's in the same
yeah, it's in the
sphere,
same universe.
same universe. I think I've seen one of the Conjuring movies. I don't remember which one, and I remember it was like a demon possessed doll or wardrobe or something like that, and they're like trying to do like a quasi exorcist thing on it or seance kind of thing.
The Perrons and their 5 daughters have recently moved into
shit.
a secluded farmhouse. So yeah, there we go. We got kids. We got
some
kids.
kid actors for you, bro.
Okay, all right. Hey, I'm way more optimistic about child actors since meeting you two and going through these movies. We've talked about it a lot, and I realized that maybe I just had this like thing stuck in my head where I was so against them. But you guys have opened up the world of youthful cinema to me, and I have found many representations of good child actors, so I don't bag on them too much anymore. I'm just particular in which ones I will give praise to.
That's fair. That's fair.
So far, just Brazilians.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much the children living in the worst, most deplorable situations ever and, you know, genuinely scared for their life or a toothache. Those are the ones I'm going to be rooting for.
Yeah, we got to get those Brazilian kids to like do like a romance or something. Then we'll see how good of actors they are.
yeah.
Shoot them in
Take
the
'em-
foot. Oh, I know what that's like. Yeah, cool. I can act that.
Take them out of their
Be
element.
happy. I don't know.
Yikes. That's
Oh.
crazy.
So it sounds like chat's a little bit torn on what the. It sounds like somebody's describing Sinister, saying this is based off like supernatural hunters. I didn't think that's what this was. I thought this was more just like a haunted house kind of a thing. No, I haven't seen it, so
Yeah.
it could be.
I thought the husband and wife came in to do like a seance or reading or spiritual finding, cleansing of the house or something. They hire them
It's with the title Conjuring.
to come in.
Based on like real people, right?
Foss says it's based on Ed and Lauren Warranty,
Yeah. I think it's based on real people.
who don't actually offer one on their seance readings.
Well, we'll find out. I'm sure I'll not only watch that movie well, I have to watch the movie this week, but I'm sure I'll look into it a little bit of behind the scenes and come at it with more knowledge than I have now, which is literally zero. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's a change of pace, which I always like changing up the genre a little bit. So
yeah.
I don't know if I'll be as excited when we're 4 movies deep, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, and we're kind of like hoping that the 4th one's in streaming services by the time we get there.
yeah,
we'll
we'll
see.
figure it out.
Elder JM, if you're in chat, you don't have to tell us, but do you know what you're thinking of for the end of the month? For the Patreon pick?
All right.
They also investigated the Amity house. Matt Rife just bought their haunted room.
Of course,
Really?
Object House, nice.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what Elder's going to throw at us because he is the head writer.
He is
Yeah.
the new head
So-
writer. He can do whatever he
Kind of
wants.
whatever he says goes for now. I mean, the last one he threw at us, we all unanimously
Enjoyed very
liked,
much.
so he's got it
Yeah.
really cut out for him because, like, does he try and top that, or does he go the opposite direction and just give us the 2 sides of the spectrum? Like,
'Cause-
here's City of God and The Room. Enjoy.
He's got it. He says he's got it partially figured out. He's probably got a couple of ideas in the air there. He's got to land on one.
I'm terrified to get into the Nightmare on Elm Street, Casey Wyme, not only because I've only ever seen the very first one, and that was kind of enough for me. Just because it's like 38 movies long, and it's like, oh god, we'll be here forever. That might be one where just by necessity we have to just do it in like 1 week or
I'm-
something. Just like
I'd be curious though to see Dan's take on the originals and then when they recast in the reboot, and their take on Freddy in the reboot.
So, I have seen the original and I have seen the reboot, and I've not seen 2
Okay.
through 74.
Because in the reboot, he really did molest the children, and in the original, he was accused of it wrongfully, and that's why he wanted to get his revenge on the townspeople. But in the reboot, he really was molesting children, which makes him in that movie a villain that I don't like, and I don't want.
Right. It's just
I can't
pure
ever root for. But in the originals, you can kind of root for him, you know?
Or you understand
killing
more
bad kids?
why. You
Yeah.
understand more why he's doing it.
I don't remember either one of them very well. I can technically say that I've seen them, but in the original one, are you supposed to be sympathetic for Freddy and he's killing bad kids?
Not necessarily sympathetic, but okay, so who's the lowest of class in the prison system? Probably gonna be the pedophiles, right?
100%.
Yeah. So it's not a character that you care for at all in any way, shape, or form. Whereas when he was wrongfully accused, Will's right, you can connect with him a little bit better and understand him a little bit more. In that
A little
reboot,
more depth to the character. In
Yeah.
which is always nice to see a bad guy with depth, as far as that goes in a
For sure.
horror movie.
and
I'll always take a Magneto over a Joker.
sure,
Right.
And in this one, when you find out that he really did molest the children, suddenly you feel bad for even watching this film. Like, I don't even want to give the character credit in any way, shape, or form. I don't know. It didn't sit well with me the way they did the reboot.
That's fair.
But I did watch, was it Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, which was not The Final Nightmare, in 3D. And you anytime they went into the dream world, you'd put on your 3D glasses because like the demons flying around in the dream world would be, swarming in off the screen and
So
stuff.
only parts of the movie were in.
Only parts of the movie were in 3D. Yeah, it was really bad. It was so bad.
That's unfortunate.
A kid gets killed by a Q-tip. It was pretty bad.
I've heard the third one is actually pretty good. Like, I've heard that's kind of like the peak of the series.
I don't know.
I didn't.
I can't remember them.
Dream Warriors, I think it was called.
Yeah, Dream Warriors is I hear that a lot. I don't know if it's good or not. So
Okay.
I don't know. Guess we'll find out. But hey, that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna bounce out of here, guys.
I was about to say, next week we're going to be doing The Conjuring, so make sure you check that one out before then. But other than that, I think I'm going to sign off pretty now as well. Brian, you have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks,
And are you
guys.
going to be live at all over the weekend? You said you're doing an awful lot of housework, or not housework, you're doing a lot of lawn work.
I have a lot. I've had some realtors call me and they want me to drive all over northern Texas and repair things, and it pays real good money. So I'm taking the next 4 days to just do nothing but work. And so you won't see me streaming. Probably next time you see me, it'll probably be R rating. That'll be it. My kids want me to do a kids stream, but I'm not gonna have enough time to do that. So it'll probably be R rating before I get back.
All right. Well, you have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next Thursday.
All right, thanks, guys.
Will, you're going to be live